continue from where we stopped. This is what we have done so far for the front trouser pattern. Now, to draft the back, we are going to draft the back also here. Then at the end of the day, we'll trace out either the front or the back in another fabric or another paper. So for the record of it, this is one of the way to draft a trouser. We have different ways of drafting a pattern trouser. We have different ways of drafting, different method. We have different method. At least I know like 3 or 4 methods of drafting. So this is one of it. So this is not the only way you can achieve a perfect trouser. There are other ways too, but this is one of it and one of the simplest methods of achieving a perfect trouser. So let's start like we did earlier. This is the waist, this is the hip, this is the crouch length, and this is the length of the trouser. So if you don't understand this part, please go back to the previous video and watch it again. I promise you, you will understand. Just watch over and over again. You don't need to watch video just once and say, I've understand. No, rewatch and watch and watch. I promise you, you will understand it better. Because when you are watching it the first time, you might skip some things, you might skip some parts. But when you go over it again, you will understand it better. So to start with the back, like I said earlier, we are drafting the back in this same pattern, in this same paper. So please watch carefully and follow suit. So the crouch here is extended, the crouch length here is extended, so it's good. Now from this point here, I hope you are seeing it, this point here, from this point here, you will go in by 1 inches. You go in by 1 inches. 1 inches. And from this point here, you will go in by 2 inches. You see, this measurement is standard for everybody. Plus size or leper size is standard for everybody. You understand? From this point here, please look at it very well. This point here, you go in by 1 inches. Now from this point also, this point here, you go in by 2 inches. Then you connect the lines. You take it up, please. You take it up. You take it past the waistline up. You see what I did here? This is it. Look at it. Yeah. So this line has automatically gone the back crouch line. This is the front crouch line here, and this is the back crouch line. I hope you are following. Yes. So from this point here, I will now place the back crouch length that we calculate in the previous video, which I told you hip divided by 10. So my own measurement here is hip 34 divided by 10. I have 3.4, and I said I will approximate it to 3.5. So I'm going to be placing the 3.5 from here outward. So this is my 3.5. Watch carefully, please. This is my 3.5. So I will mark it here. That's my 3.5. So I'll take my curved ruler and I will curve it. Remember, this we are drafting the back. Please remember, we are drafting the back. So, and this is the back crouch line, this is the front crouch line. So I'll place my curve this way. It does not have to get to where I mark. My curve does not have to get to where I mark. Please just place it this way and curve it to the hip. So this is the back curve. So this is the front, this is the back. Please watch it over and over again. You will understand this part. We are drafting the front and the back together. Understand? So this is the front that we draft earlier in the first previous video, and we are drafting the back here. So this is the back here. Now for the back raise, the center back raise, depends on how big the butt is of the client you are drafting for. Depends on how big the butt is. You can use 1 inch if the person is on a small size. You can use 1.5, and highest you can use 2. That is if the person is a plus size person. So this person I'm drafting for is not a plus size person. She's a small person. So I'm using just 1 inch. I'm raising it by 1 inch. I'm raising it by 1 inch. You can raise yours by 1.5. You can raise yours by 2 inches. But I'm raising mine by 1 inch because this person is a small size person. So when you raise it by 1 inch, so you will now place the waist measurements. The waist measurements we divided earlier. The waist is 27. 27 divided by 4, we have 6.6 3/4. So that's 6 3/4. For the back, you are going to place it this way. Please look at it very well. You are placing it this way, not straight. You are placing it slantly to meet this waistline. This is the waist. I raised it up by 1 inch. Now you slant it this way and mark your 6 3/4. So this is my 6 3/4 here. It does not matter if it passes this line. It does not matter. That is why we have SS here. So it does not matter if it passes this line. It does not make any sense. It's still the same thing. You are on the right track. So don't be scared. So this is my 6 3/4 here. You understand? Then I'll rule the line 6 3/4 to this line here. You understand? If I'm adding, I don't add that to my front trousers, but the back trouser I had that. So plus 1 inch is that allowance. So that is 7 3/4. So I'm marking my 7 3/4 here. So this is my 7 3/4. So I'll just rule the line to meet the 7 3/4. I hope you understand this part. Please, I hope you understand. This is my 7 3/4 here. This is it here, 7 3/4. And I raised my back by 1 inch. You don't have to raise yours too by 1 inch. If you're on a big size, you can use 1.5. You can use 2 inches. So, but this person is not a big size. He's a small person. So that's why I'm using 1 inch to raise the back. Then I connect it slantly, not straight, please. You see, my taper is slanted. It's not straight like this. It's not straight, it's slanted, please. So after connecting it, then you come to this hip point here. You know, this is your hip line. This is the hip line. So for the back, this is for the front. For the back here, you will check your hip divided by 4. Our hip divided by 4 is 8.5. Then you place the 8.5 here. You place the 8.5 here. Just extend your lines. Let me extend the line. Okay, so you place your 8.5 here. So this is my 8.5. You repeat the same thing here, 8.5. You repeat it here also. Then you connect a straight line. You have a straight line here. I'm just cross-checking my measurements. Always cross-check, 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 please. It's very, very important. So I have a straight line here. Then you connect this your hips to the hip line. You don't have to use too sharp curve, please. Your curve should not be too sharp. Then here too, just make a curve here too. Same thing, let me blend this front. Okay, so you see, then on this knee line you had half inches, just half inches. On the hem too you had half inches. It's standard for everybody. Then you connect the lines. Then you connect this one too. I hope you are getting it. So this line is the back line. This line is the front line. I hope you understand. So we are done with this side. Then to this other side, remember we placed our crouch length from here to here. I hope you remember. I hope you did not forget. We place it from here to here. Okay, so, and this is our crouch, back crouch. This is it here. So you had your half inches here again. Half inches for the back, half inches. You add it at the hem line too. Half inches. Then you connect. You connect it, then connect this to this. Please, your curve should not be too much. Then you connect it this way. So this is the back, like this, like this, like this. This is the back, and this is the front. This line here, like this, like this, like this, like this. That's the front. So when you are done with it, I will fix the that. You just come to the, we have 8 7 3/4. You get the midpoint of 7 3/4. This is the midpoint here. So you roll your line. Please, it does not have to be straight, just a little slant, not too much, just small slants, small slants. Then you slant it a little like this. I hope you are seeing. Then you place your dart length. I'm using 4 inches or 5 inches. I'm using 5 inches, so 5 inches. Then I'll open the dart by half inches both sides. So this is half inches here, half inches here. So we hold it. This is our back darts. I hope you understand. This is our back dart. The front does not have darts, just the back. But if you want to put darts at the front, it's the same thing. All you need is just exactly the way we did this front. Repeat the same thing. Exactly the way we did the back. Repeat the same thing at the front. You are good to go. So far, please watch the video over and over again. You will understand. This is how to draft a basic body. Now, to separate them from each other, I'll do that. I'll tell you that in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.